Greetings to everyone out there and welcome back to Around the Clock. Alright everyone, a recent Metroid story broke out right before the weekend started, but I was out of town so I didn't have time to talk about this, but here we are now. Now, for those of you who do not know, former Retro Studios developer and senior designer on the Metroid Prime series, Michael Wicken, has recently expressed why he feels that the Metroid Prime Trilogy is taking so long to come to the Nintendo Switch console. And because of what he said, a lot of angry Nintendo fans are now threatening him and sending him abusive messages, which is really sad. First, let's take a look at everything that Michael Wicken said in his statement, and then I'll give my commentary afterwards. Here's what he had to say. I was a lead designer on all three original games, ran the Trilogy compilation project, was a lead designer on Donkey Kong Country Returns. The biggest issue is Retro no longer has functional editor tools to work with the Prime code base, so everything has to be brute force hard coded. Rebuilding the hundreds of interaction sets in Metroid Prime 3 alone, not to mention returning the gameplay to take in the slower engagement pacing of conventional controls, will probably take a year with a 4 to 5 person team full time by itself. That would take a lot of effort porting the trilogy to Switch, so I am pretty skeptical it will happen. It was straightforward to update Metroid Prime 1 and 2 to motion controls, but converting Metroid Prime 3 to normal controls would be a Herculean effort, as it is scripted very specifically using volumetric triggers to detect the motion in precise manners to do specific switches, and the bosses are tuned to take into account the ease of gestural aiming. It was listed ages ago on GameStop or some site and was then removed, so I think it is probably coming. Plus, the Switch does have gyrometric control, so it wouldn't be too difficult I would think, but I could be wrong, we shall see. I built all those games, LOL, and the gyro can't do it. I suspect that old GameStop listing was an error or prank. So, there you all have it. Michael Wicken gave some specific facts and his opinion on why he thinks that this Metroid Prime Trilogy is taking so long to come to the Nintendo Switch, if it even happens at all. Now, after he said this, a day later, these so-called Nintendo Switch fans who are angry and disgruntled for whatever reason started sending him threats and abusive messages to his personal social media accounts, which doesn't make sense because he didn't say anything in his statement to be upset about. Only thing that he said is that he's very skeptical about the situation and that it would take a lot of hard work for the Prime games to come to the Nintendo Switch, especially Metroid Prime 3. You know, I think a lot of times when people read different articles and different statements from people, they read into what they think is said. They don't read what is actually said, which is very sad. Now, these three games in the Metroid Prime Trilogy have been rumored to come to the Nintendo Switch for a very long time, and to be honest, I believe that is happening. I've heard from many different sources that yes, these three games are coming to the Nintendo Switch before Metroid Prime 4, and that would make sense as well. You would want to have the three games before Prime 4 to get everybody hyped for Prime 4. I'm pretty sure that Retro and Nintendo has found out some type of way to fix the controls for Prime 3, because let's think about this. Just as an example, Skyward Sword is heading to the Nintendo Switch very soon, and they found a way to fix that. I'm pretty sure that studios nowadays has the tools to fix whatever controls they need to for their different consoles, but of course we do have to wait and see what happens. Threatening a man who's worked on a game that you've never worked on or developed for it is very childish, and it shows your simp behavior. If and or when the Prime Trilogy comes to the Nintendo Switch, all of these keyboard ninja over the internet threatening this man better buy these games that you so-called have so much support for. Alright everyone, that's gonna do it for this video. What are your thoughts on everything that was discussed here? Please let me know down in the comment section. And don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Plus, if you want to support this channel financially, become a member by hitting that join button right below this video. It's only 99 cents per month and perks are included. And as always, remember to keep it locked here at Around the Clock, where here we focus on Nintendo gaming news around the clock. I'll catch you guys in the next one.